Would you date a high valued man? Like, let's say Drake wanted to date you.
Okay.
I don't know who your go-to guy is. It might not be Drake. I'm just using that example. I don't know who your go-to guy.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay. Dwayne. Okay. Who's yours? Actor or singer?
I don't really have one.
Who's the dude? Okay, come on. Work with me here.
I hang out with celebrities and influencers.
Okay. So what guy that's famous, that's almost a household name, that's a household name, that you would say, dude, I'd date that guy in a second?
Oh my goodness.
She's like, oh, we already got Dwayne.
I mean, I like guys like Zac Efron, Jay Alvarez.
Okay.
Type of guys.
Okay, so let's do this. You know that these guys are probably seeing other people.
Yeah.
But would you still date them?
Yeah.
So you would be fine with that. And now, what if you were in a serious relationship? Here's why I ask. Because most of these men, and I hear this all the time, I get in these debates, women making $200K, lawyers, attorneys, women, power, all this. No, my friend's husband. Every husband that makes a lot of money has options. Some of them have a side chick. Some of the wives know, don't bring home a baby or a disease. Yeah. Kevin Hart cheated on his wife. Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Ozzy Osbourne cheated on Sharon with 6 different women. It goes on and on and on because they have options.
So can we talk about an open relationship then?
Yeah, but they stayed with them. But the guy's not going to share his woman.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
That's why me and my ex split up.
Exactly. Because the guy's not going to, because men are wired to the point where and this is how men are. This is most women, other than one night stand, most women end up cheating because they got emotionally connected to a guy. They met this guy, there's feelings most of the time. Most of the time. I'm talking about the majority. Oh, I met him at work. He was a nice guy. We talked. You know, it just happened. I slipped and fell on the dick.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay. What? Now, the guys will go out and they're out of the club. And it's like, oh, I hooked up with this chick. What was it? Dude, I forgot her name. Because doesn't mean he didn't love his girlfriend or wife. Men are biologically wired to hump like the dog on your leg. That's how men are wired. Now, I'm not saying it's justified and it's okay. I'm just telling you the facts of life. This is what happens with men. Right. And women are like, But
women are biologically wired to be to reproduce and mate with the biggest, strongest alpha, the most highest producing thing. So
that's why you date at your socioeconomic level and above.
But
you
just
go
because
for
I'm with a man doesn't mean that I shouldn't, because you're wired that way and I'm wired this way, doesn't mean, okay, yeah, we're together, but I see this guy who's bigger, stronger, has more money. Should I go fuck him?
You could, but you might not.
But just because I'm wired that way and you're wired that way doesn't make
it. Exactly. But I'm not saying I justify it, but I'm telling you it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So I had a gal in here. She's like, well, that's why I don't date high-value men. I said, well, you dated a broke guy who cheated on you.
Oh, damn.
So
that's worse.
That's worse because the broke guy, let me tell you why.
I would cry in a Lamborghini.
No, here you go.
Exactly.
Listen to me. The broke guy generally doesn't have opportunities. And if he does have an opportunity with a chick that he's like, you guys are somewhat attractive girls, right? Mm-hmm. So if a brokey doesn't get attention, he's with one of you, and another hot chick, he's weak. He's going to get emotionally attached. Now that's 10 times worse because this dude's the guy is like, okay, whatever. I've seen so much TNA, whatever. That doesn't do anything for me. It's like, what else is there? Can you communicate? Can we have a conversation? Are you going to bring peace or chaos to my relationship? Are you a liability or an asset? Because guys look at that. Average guy's like, oh my God, I met this hot chick. That's all they care about because they've never been with hot chicks. Nice. So if I go to the gym and I say, hey guys, I had these 2 girls on the podcast. You know what they do? What do they look like?
Yep.
Girls go to the gym. I met this guy. What's he do? What does he do for a living? Right? Are you with me? So you would be with a man that's seeing other women.
I would be in an open relationship.
You would. Okay. Yeah. What about you?
For the right one, I would be down for it. But if you're not, I don't know. It just depends on the guy.
It depends on the guy, right? Because if he's broke, dude, he ain't bringing no value.
I feel like there's contingencies.
But and here's the funny thing. We'll talk about this, and we'll get more into your situation. But like Jeff Bezos, for example, is he attractive? You know who Jeff Bezos is?
Yeah. Cue ball.
Exactly. Jeff Bezos paid $38 billion for his girlfriend.
That's crazy.
That's his divorce. He cheated on his wife with a Latina internet news reporter who's attractive. Mm-hmm. He's sending her to the moon with all these women. This guy's a billionaire, right? You know Jeff Bezos, Amazon, wealthiest man in the world. His divorce cost him $38 billion. And
well, lucky her.
if lucky, but you said he wasn't attractive. This is my point. $38 billion, he's kind of cute? Yes or no?
No.
No?
Not at all.
But also, I mean, how much money is enough money?
But hear me out. If he was working at 7-Eleven, do you think he would have dated that lady? Have you seen his girlfriend?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. See, that's why I tell people it's not always about money, but it sure makes you look a lot better.
But I feel like a lot of people don't know their worth either.
Explain that to me.
So, for example, a really hot girl who's insecure will go for a guy that she feels like she's worthy of, which is usually less than her.
Say it again.
So, usually a girl that's very insecure will go for a guy that she feels isn't worthy. Like, she doesn't feel worthy to be with a guy hotter than her or with more money, so she ends up going for a guy.
But the guy that's hotter than her isn't probably going to date her.
But he could feel the same way. Like, some guys feel the same way. That's why you see hot guys with ugly girls.
Rarely, but still true.
Well, if the hot guy's with the ugly girl, he has no money. Let's be real. Look at this is a good point. I'm looking on the super chat. Rolo, who wrote the Rational Male, the book that all the podcasters use. Shout out to Rolo. He said Gandhi cheated on his wife. You know who Gandhi was, right?
Mahatma.
Yeah. And then he says, I can't read this. Where's Jediah Bila when we need her? That's another podcast on valuetainment. So you see what I mean? Like, because when you're 18 to 23, 24 years old, and I'm not picking on you because your age, just hear me out. A lot of you're more mature. You have children. You have to be a mom. You're more mature. You see the younger, oh my God, I met Billy. He's so cute. And Billy, like, she's making more money than Billy. Right? Billy's got an Xbox, smoking weed, drinking, has a little beat up car. And she's 18 years, but he's cute. As she gets older, because let's be honest, a 40-year-old guy was like, she's 18, bro. I'm good. 26 is bro, she's 26 and hot. Right? But he's not going to really look at an 18-year-old too much. So she's dating the guy that's cute. Now, as she gets older, all these men are coming to her. And they're like, hey, you want to go on my yacht?
Right.
He's as old as my dad. Girlfriend, just go. He might get you a Birkin bag. I'm joking, but I'm not, right? So now she's like, Billy, you ain't got no money. You can't take me to dinner. We go to McDonald's 3 days a week. I don't want to do that anymore. Oof. Right? So to answer your question, if he's attractive and he's young, the six-pack abs, 6 feet tall only works for so long. With no money, and then he's dating, but he's still having sex with women, but they're giving it up for free.
Do you care how much money a woman makes?
I don't care because I have my money. See, what's the most amount of money you spend on a guy, ever?
On a guy?
On a guy, like what?
I don't know if I can like dial it down and quantify exactly how much, but I mean,
a birthday present. I mean, what's the most you've ever spent on a man?
A birthday present. I'd
shoot in the dark.
Took him on vacation. Probably spent like almost $8,000 for both of us.
You paid $8,000 for a dude?
Well, it was both of us for a vacation. It was his birthday.
Okay. Wow. Okay, that's rare. And I know you
$2,000.
Okay, $2,000.
Yeah.
So for men, generally in relationships as they go on, if we're in an LTR, long-term relationship, you and I, and we're not married but we act married, we just didn't sign the contract. My money's your money, your money's your money. For example, if I bought my girlfriend a $70,000 Mercedes, I think the most she's bought me is something for $100. I don't need her money. I already made my money. I already made my empire. I already created millions in the tech space. And I've got my car, my house. I got everything already there. I don't need your money. I just don't want drama. Right? Are you with me?
Peace. Yeah.
Right? Now it's different when I was married. I was married before. I got divorced. I was out hitting the town. I was going to the clubs. And, oh, man, I hooked up with this chick. Dude, I didn't even realize how bad her voice is. Because you're thinking of one thing. And then it's like, you know what? It's not fulfilling. It wasn't fulfilling. It's like once it was done, it's like, okay. Then I said I'm done, and then I started looking at gals that were out of Seattle area. I didn't want to date in Seattle. I think women generally in A markets, LA, Seattle, New York, Atlanta, they're jaded to a point because you're spoiled 24/7. See, men have to compete with other guys. Yep. It's like who has the biggest plume feathers as a peacock, right? Dude, he's got bigger plume feathers than me. I'm not talking about the penis. I'm talking about the stuff, right? Your stash, your equity, right? And so what happens is men feel insecure when there's other men around with more stuff because women are attracted to that security. But I don't care about your money. Right? I'd rather make sure that you're secure and happy. I'm not saying that you're held hostage, but if you're, for example, like, no, you don't need to, why don't you start a business and you do mortgages online or real estate when the market gets good, what you want to do. I'd rather have you do that than popping bottles, right? Because you're going to get an Andrew Tate in there, you're going to get Drake in there. Yeah. I got to compete with that. He's going to say, oh, here's a new Birkin, here's a new Rolex and AP, here's a new Mercedes. You're like, dude, this guy, he just dropped 70 grand at the club. I don't want to compete with that. Yeah. And he has a girlfriend. And you'll still go on a date with him